Good morning. Welcome to Investigator News, and it's Tuesday, the morning weather show. And I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. And boy, was it a busy news day yesterday. So we got a lot of that coming up on the news show. And uh, wow, there's a new drug out. It's called protonit, protonitazine. Protonitazine, I think that's what it's called. And there's a big warning out this morning for it. It's worse than fentanyl. This is a new one. This is way worse than fentanyl. Actually, it's 100 times more in strength than morphine. Um, and they say that, let's see, um, um, the, oh boy, I can't read upside down. It causes you to stop breathing, and the Narcan shots that you could take for it to lessen it or get you out of it, it takes 2 to 3 shots. So this is a big warning. So now there's a new one. I guess fentanyl wasn't deadly enough for China. So, and China is supposedly the one making it. Why do they make this kind of stuff? Boy, that's just, it's almost like a Dr. Kevorkian pill. All right. So I'm going to get off of that and get on to the weather. Um, we got some stuff heading towards the East Coast, some severe thunderstorms. Everything down here is done and it's already dried up, at least in Arkansas. There's still a little bit going through Nashville, Tennessee, uh, and then down around Louisiana. Now they are saying that um, the eastern coast is now becoming a little bit more active. We could see some hurricanes coming up from Africa and towards Florida. So it looks like the hurricane season is starting to ramp up a little bit. So um, you likely pizza. Um, it's a cold pizza morning, I believe. Um, that's some part of the funny list this morning. How to order your pizza? Boy, that ought to be a good one. I read a couple of them, and I thought, yeah, we need cold pizza this morning. So with the weather, I'm going to get on with the weather, and then get on to the earthquakes. And there's um, quite a bit of news as far as and the veterinarians are alerting people of helping them out a little bit. I'm not sure how we're going to be able to help them out. So we'll get to that in a minute. All right, so I'm going to add up our weathers, and here we go.
Here's a look at your national forecast, and this week
She's back
for more heat and rain, and that
Davis
rain
is back.
especially through parts of the Midwest and the Ohio Valley. Here's a look at the picture on a Monday, and we do have the chance for some heavy rain through parts of the Midwest and the Ohio Valley. Parts of the Ohio Valley could even be looking at severe weather. Now, the heat rages on, and it's building to the east. Phoenix 105 on Tuesday, Kansas City 99, Dallas, you're up to 102. Now, on Wednesday, the heat gets even more intense, especially through the middle part of the country. So all along the plains, temperatures running well above average. And it's not really just for the plains. Much of the country is seeing temperatures above average. Now, by late week, that heat will push off to the east and the northeast. You'll be feeling it. New York, 92 degrees. And not only that, but it is going to be muggy. And not just to the northeast, all the way down to the south. It is going to be a very hot and humid week ahead.
Boy, look at that. It was 106 for Laredo. Wow. Now we're warming back up. We did get a cool spell, but could that have been from that volcano that blew last week? That's usually what happens. Look at the Thursdays, 79 in Portland, and we got lower temps up around the northern states. And that's par for the course for a volcano that shoots up a lot of ash. Weather and funnies, yeah, that's that's for sure. Weather and earthquakes, and then funny stuff. Sometimes, not all the news is funny though. I don't know about today. except for the whale. I think it's a shark. I better get going on my and make sure I got my whales and sharks and porpoises together this morning. So, all right, so let's get on with um, the earthquakes. Now, there wasn't very many of them, um, and there is none. Oh boy. Oh, yikes. Big yikes. Um, Actually, they doubled since I last looked. No wonder I didn't have a screen. I opened up the screen and there was no earthquakes there. So here we go. The one in Iceland, that's the one that kind of shook me up this morning. Uh, it was a 5.1 in the Alftanes, Iceland. That was a 5.1. Um, so here, I'm going to show you guys. So it's not that bad. Now there's 40. It had like 30 this morning, so it's gained a few. One that just hit is in Serang, Indonesia. That was a 4.5. Let's see if this is the same thing. No, Pakistan got one. Wana, Pakistan at 4.3. Then we had one over in Turkey, Karlova, Turkey of 4.2. Now we had quite a few over here around Fiji, Levuka, that's 4.1. And then we had a 4.6 in the Fiji region. Then we go on over to the Santa Cruz Islands, a 5.3. The recent one I got, there's another one. Let's see. The one in Wana, Pakistan is one that just popped up too this morning. Now, over on the Bird's Head, I call it the Sandwich Islands. That was a 5.0 and a 4.7. Um, then we have, let's see, the Pahala was a red earlier, which means it happened today. And that was a 2.7. And then one just above it in Hana, Hawaii, and that was a 3.4. As we go up around Indonesia, Bandar, Indonesia, a 4.5. Myanmar got one. Kintung, that was a 4.5. We had a bigger one in the Philippines, a 5.4. And just when you thought that the aftershocks were going to go down, we had one to go back up. And that was in Kadung, Philippines. And another one in the Philippines, a 4.9, General MacArthur, Philippines. I didn't know they named a place after him. Did you, William? Did you know that the Philippines named a city after General MacArthur? Huh, I learned something new every day. Ambon, Indonesia, a 4.4. And Papua New Guinea got a 4.7. Then up closer to Japan region, the Bonin Islands, a 4.7. It's nothing in Alaska. I don't know if you could see that, but we have nothing up there. We have quite a few that's went across the states. Ridgely, Tennessee, 2.6. And then we had Stanton, Texas, a 2.7. Um, this is Mexico, Primo Tapia. That was a 2.5. These are all pretty small. Yosemite Valley, 2.5. And Sutcliffe, Nevada, 2.7. These are a lot of cities I haven't heard of before. And of course, Petrola, I have heard of, 2.5. So there you have it. The one, oh, well, there's a few down here in Peru. I'm sorry. Argentina, 45, 4.5. And Atico, Peru, a 4.4. So the one that really kind of alarmed me was the one up around Iceland. And the reason it does is that we've been having them along that fault line. And we had one above it a few days ago and then one below it a few days ago. So good morning to Susan and Mary and William that are in our chat room. Mary is our moderator this morning. So if you got a comment or a question and you want to jump in our chat room, we'll put you on the board this morning. Um, so a New York dog. This was big, I guess, over the weekend up in New York, and everybody was all talking about it. Besides Mayor Eric going, maybe he'll go to the border. But anyway, there is a New York City dog was trapped in a hot car, and it took him a month to recover. He had a lot of internal injuries, it says, but he ended up finding a home. I guess he was taken away from his family, and he now has found a loving home. The dog had been trapped inside a car for as long as 24 hours. And thanks to the police officers who rescued him from the dire situation and then took him in, the officer was a lady cop, took him into her heart. The official from the American Society, the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, basically said the police officers rescued the fluffy white dog. It was an American Eskimo whose name is now Snow, and brought him to the ASPCA, where it took him a month to recover. So the little pooch is fine. Maybe the white helped. You know, black kind of absorbs the heat, but he's not that big of a dog. So wow. Don't leave your dog. Don't take your dogs to the store with you right now. That's in the summer months or even when it gets cold, um, because you'd even have to worry about them getting too cold. So extreme heat and cold, leave your dogs at home, people, and your kids, because we're finding out the hot car with kids is even up this year. I don't know why they're not doing hardly any news articles on it. They were for a while, but they're not now. You're rarely hearing about it on the news, but it is actually up from last year. Um, a tech tip: changing settings to help your eye strain. It's basically you could stop that. Um, let's see. It says measure the width of your TV and multiply the TV by the number of 5. This distance is a ballpark you should shoot for your home theater, living room, or any other spot you have TVs. And it's harder to stick to this formula with the larger TVs. The size of the room, the shape of the seats, you have to configure. And other factors like window placement also comes into play. Um, uh, Aim for at least 10 feet away. Now, I don't know if that goes for computer screens, but there's no way I can get 10 feet away. I'd have to go in the other room. Uh, I am probably an arm's length away from my screen, well, I have to bend over a little bit. So probably about an arm length and a half away from mine. I'm about 3-4 feet, if 3 feet maybe, from my computer screen. And I know I get dry eyes, the doctor says, from my computer screen. So he tells me to use a lot more Visine, but for some reason the Visine seems to make my eyes red. I don't know why. Anyway, so eye strain, definitely back up. They said it can cause eye and neck strain. And most comfortable viewing with the TV is around eye level, it says. And have a friend or a family lightly mark the spot on the wall with a pencil. If you're working alone, and do your best to remember the marker hit during the experiment, and the center of your TV should sit about where you marked. Well, I know I try to sit in the center of the movie theater. That's always the best spot. And boy, I get upset when people are in that spot. Yeah. So I sit in front of them. I would sit behind them and throw popcorn, but Karen says I can't do that. So uh, now turn down the brightness on your TV. Sometimes with it being too bright, it says it can cause an eye strain. So do that. Also, um, I believe that's it. Um, it's got a bag of potato chips sitting there on the table with it. So I think for less eye strain, eat barbecue potato chips. It's on the picture. No, I'm teasing, folks. I'm teasing. That doesn't reduce eye strain, but it's sure good for the belly. And half a bag later, you're wishing, or you're talking about the diet for the following week. Me, me and potato chips. Oh boy. If I don't put it in a bowl, if I just take the bag with me, I forget and just go and go and go. I do that with cookies too. But barbecue potato chips, oh boy. Me and barbecue potato chips. And what's Ellie's favorite meal? Marie Callender's pot pie, barbecue potato chips, and hot and chocolate milk. Yep, that's it. That's my meal. If you ever want to um, um, do me favors, or you want me to do you favors, that's what you fix me. Pot pie, barbecue potato chips, and chocolate milk. What do you think, Mary? Does that seem like me, or do I seem like fried chicken and stuffing? I'm a fried chicken stuffing kind of person, but not. I like to have stuffing out of the blue because you don't quite get it very often. All right, so turn down the brightness, and that will help. 10 feet away, sit center in front of your TV. Kick the dog out of that spot and take that center. And then that's, of course, they say that will help reduce eye strain. So now veterinarians, oh boy, this one here is I don't know. How do you get blood for a dog? Veterinarians are grappling with today's national pet blood shortage. Depending on the size of the dog, one blood donation can save up to three other pets. Now, how do you talk your dog into going in and giving blood? No, I'm teasing. This is very serious. Donating blood is critical to save lives. Why organizations such as the Red Cross often urging people to donate, but blood donations for pets are frequently overlooked. And Blue Pearl Pet Hospitals in South Carolina say they only get about a third of the donations they would like. When they don't have enough blood, it leads to tough situations. Um, that's what's scary. And when you hear we might not have enough blood in order for your dog to survive, um, wow. Um, so um, let's see. The fact of the matter is definitely cases should have been saved um, when you go in and the vet doesn't have enough blood. And the blood bank program for Blue Pearl Mount Pleasant location, the hospital said that they have saved many, many dogs this way. And Moore said they're so short on blood that sometimes she brings her own dog in for a donation if a puppy is dying. Um, so she encourages anyone with a healthy dog or cat to consider donating blood. See, I never thought about this. I always thought they used plasma or something else, but it does make sense. Knowing that your pet needs help and may not have a blood product they need, that is just heartbreaking. Um, so, Blue Pearl locations around the country have seen a 26% drop in pet blood donations since the pandemic. I was just thinking, I didn't think about this earlier, but I'm thinking about it now. Why can't they use the dogs in at the shelters? That would be perfect. If they're healthy, the vet can tell if they're healthy or not and use dogs that are at the shelters for this blood. I think it's a great idea. Maybe I'll call them and suggest it today. And they're depending on how big the dog is, one donation of blood can save up to three other pets. So um, think about this, folks. I mean, if you have your dogs or cats, and maybe go give a little bit of blood from. I don't know if they're going to charge you for it, but call your vet and ask and see if they're low on blood. If they're not, then little Poochie don't have to go give blood. But I still think they ought to use the shelters. I really do think they need to use the shelters because there's so many dogs in there and so many different breeds that they could get. Does dogs have different blood types? See, all this I don't know. Come on, William, help me out here. Do dogs have different blood types? Hmm, I don't know. I don't. I honestly just don't know. Because if there is different blood types, then multiple dogs from like a shelter would probably help. So, wow, that's going to irritate me all day today. I'm going to end up calling. You watch and find out if we're low. Rare Greenland shark found off the coast of Belize, and they said it was sheer luck that they caught it, and it was known as an enigma to science. It is half blind and normally lives in freezing Arctic and North Atlantic oceans. And they said that it was reported that a local fisherman was fishing with others when the group caught this shark. And the fishermen were reporting last check on their lines for the day when they snagged this smooth stone blue eyed shark. It looks, wow. All right, let's see if I'm going to see if I can show you guys this blue eyed shark. It looks like um, um, a catfish. What are they called? They have a name for them. But see, I know you. Well, yeah, you can see his little blue eye right there. Um, his little blue eye. So before I get in trouble there, um, so at first they said they thought it was a gill shark off the coral reefs, and they said they knew it was something unusual, and so did the fishers that who hadn't seen anything quite like it, and combined of their years of fishing. And after conferring with Sharks and Rays Conservation, um, it was determined that the creature was most likely a Greenland shark. And normally they don't come down this low, they say. And due to its size, it could also be a Greenland shark, a Pacific sleeper shark hybrid. Um, and the green shark has been known to live up to 500 years, making these sharks the longest living known to science. Wow. Uh, the shark can live so long due to their slow speed of life. And they say it's nearly in waters 9,500 foot deep. And this is, they found this off the coast of Belize. Wow, that's way out of its swim territory. So they found one, and maybe there's more. Maybe there's more. And get this, they're warning people along the eastern coast, all the way from Maine to Florida, that sharks are attacking humans. So be very careful if you're out there on vacation. Okay, lifestyles. On this day in history, August 2nd, 1943, JFK saves the PT 109 crew after collision with the Japanese destroyer. So today in history, it was the PT 109. I don't know if you guys, I think there's a movie out about it. Maybe I'll watch it today. This is when JFK has saved the PT 109 crew after a collision with the Japanese destroyer. Well, I know you guys want to see a young um, JFK, don't you? There he is. There he is. All right, Mary and Susan. I know your feet are pattering on the floor. He was a good looking man. So Chinese rocket falls to Earth, and guess what? China's not going to tell us where it landed. Yep. No, they ain't gonna tell us. They say it's none of our business. I think they're mad because of Pelosi today. I really do. But and Beijing did not share the information either. And on Saturday over the Indian Ocean, but NASA said Beijing had not shared specific trajectory information needed to know where possible debris might fall. Um, they said they referred questions about the reentries and debris and impact location to China. All space-faring nations should follow established best practices to do their part and share this type of information, allowing prediction and potential debris impact. Doing so is critical, they say, to the responsible use of space and ensure the safety of people here on Earth. So um, they just didn't tell us. Maybe it's because it didn't hit anything, or it wasn't. It was just all going in the ocean. But I think they need to be a little bit more transparent. All right, so on to. I know you guys are waiting for this hilarious pizza stuff. If using a touch tone, press random numbers while ordering. Ask the person talking to order to stop doing that. Oh boy, that really gets some of them girls confused. Oh boy, extra cheese really messes them up. Or a little bit of sauce. I like a little bit of sauce, extra cheese, and it messes them up all the time. Okay, make up a charge card name. Ask if they accept it. Um, oh boy, this is just confusing the the teenagers at the pizza place. Okay, UCB lingo. Breaker 19. Oh boy, this is confusing a bunch of teen girls, I tell you. Order a Big Mac extra value meal. Well, that'll go over well. Terminate the call with remember we never had this conversation. Um, tell the order taker a rival pizza place is on the other line and you're going to go with the lowest bidder. Oh boy. Okay. Give them your address, exclaim, "Oh, just surprise me," and just hang up. They'll call you back. Those girls will call you back. I think their hairbands in them is too tight sometimes. Yeah, you call them up and you know there's something odd. It's got to be the rubber band in their hair's too tight. Yeah. Okay. It, in your breathiest voice. Oh, there we go. There's a telemarker marker thing. What are you wearing? Yep, I can do that one. Tell them to cut the crap about nutrition. Ask if they have something outlandishly sinful. Chocolate pizza. There you go. What do you think, Susan? Should we call and see if we can get chocolate pizza? All right. So use the bonus words in the conversation: robust, free spirited, cost efficient system. Oh boy. Tell them to put crust on top this time. Oh, I swear these are just going to mess up teenagers. Um, yeah, tell them to put the crust on top this time. Sing the order to the tune of your favorite song. Maybe Metallica's Master of Puppets. I've never heard that. I would probably sing like the Barney song. I love you. We love pizza. We're in perfect sauce harmony. Oh yeah. Put an edge in your voice when you say crazy bread. Crazy bread. Oh yeah. Oh yum. Stutter on the letter P. Oh, I'm sure they're going to go for pepperoni. Yeah, pizza. Oh boy, maybe I'm going to have some fun today. I'm going to order pizza. What do you think, Susan? Should we order some pizza today? Oh yeah, ask for a deal available somewhere else, like Domino's. Ask for cheesier. All right. Hey, hey, ask for the was it the Noid? With I believe it's Domino's has a Noid. Say you want the other guy over there at um oh what's the other guy's name? Um, I don't know, Chester Pizza. All right. Say hello, act stunned for 5 seconds. Then behave as if they called you. Okay. Rattle off your order with determined air. Ask, would you like drinks with that? And panic and become disoriented. Tell the order taker you're depressed. Give him or her the cheer up. Make a list of exotic cuisine and order them as toppings. Change your accent every 3 seconds. Well, I couldn't do that. I don't know. I only know one, and that's me. Act as though you know the order taker from somewhere, like bedwetters camp, right? Yeah. Start your order with "I'd like," and a little later slap yourself. No, I don't. Oh boy. If they repeat the order, make sure they have it right and then say, okay, that'll be 10.99. Please pull up to the first window. Rent a pizza. Order while using electric knife sharpener. Ask if you get to keep the pizza box. And then when they say yes, heave a sigh of relief. Oh boy, Mary, you're missing the pizza ones. These are pretty good. Say, are you sure this is the pizza place? When they say yes, say, okay, so is this. You've got some explaining to do. When they finally offer proof that is, in fact, the pizza place, start to cry and ask, do you know what it's like to be lied to? Oh, boy, these girls at the pizza place aren't going to make it on these. Move the mouthpiece farther and farther from your lips as you speak. When the call in, jerk the mouthpiece back into place and scream goodbye at the top of your lungs. Uh, ah, oh goodness. Well, I guess she is going to go. I think it's been a coin toss. Um, Tell them to double check to make sure your pizza is in fact dead. Intimidate the order taker's voice. What? I think that's more like sound like the order taker's voice, not intimidate. Boy, someone made a typo. Okay, eliminate verbs in your speech. And when they say, "What would you like?" say, "You mean now?" All right. Play a sitar in the background. Say your anniversary and you'd appreciate if the dryer hid behind some furniture and waiting for your spouse to arrive so they can surprise them. Oh, that'll go over well. Amuse the order taker with little known facts about country music. Ask to see the menu. Quote Carl Sandburg. Who's Carl Sandburg? I guess I'm lost on that one. Say you'll be able to pay for it when the movie people call back. Ask if they have any idea what is at stake with this pizza. Ask what topping goes best with well-aged Chardonnay. Wow. Belch directly into the mouthpiece and tell your dog it should be ashamed. There you go, William. There you go. It belch and then blame it on the dog. Boy, that'll get a chuckle out of the order taker. Order a slice, not a whole pizza. Shout, I'm through with men or a woman. Send me a dozen of your best Gaston. Oh boy, you'll think you're in California for that one. Uh, Doze off in the middle of the order, catch yourself, and then say, where am I? Who are you? No, psychoanalyze the order taker. Oh boy. Ask what their number is and hang up and then call them and ask them again. Boy, the pizza place, we all ought to just call one place and bombard them with this stuff. That was, they ain't gonna answer the phone. All right, order two toppings and say no, they'll start fighting. Oh yeah, the mushrooms are gonna really fight with those olives, I tell you. And then the pepperoni is doesn't like the olives touching it. Oh boy, I could have some fun. Okay, yeah, order two toppings and no, they'll start fighting. Learn to properly pronounce the ingredients of a Twinkie. Ask if these could be included with the pizzas. Call and complain about service. Later, call and say you were drunk and didn't mean it. Hmm. I still like burp and then blame the dog. Yeah, that's a good one. Tell the order taker, the manager, um, tell the order taker to tell the manager to tell his supervisor he's fired. Yeah. Use things like Great Caesar's Ghost and Jesus, Joseph, Mary in Tinseltown. Oh, I don't know. Why would you do that? I don't know. It makes no sense. Ask the guy who took your order the last time. Yeah, that'll work. Ask for that girl with her rubber band that's too tight. And say that. That's a good one. Say, I want the girl that I ordered from last time, the one with the rubber band that's too tight, and see what they say. Okay. Wonder aloud if you should trim those nose hairs. Try talk while drinking something. Oh, that'll get you all choked up. You'll sound like Ellie coughing. Start the conversation with my call to the pizza place. Take one and action. Oh, yeah. Ask if the pizza is organically grown. Ask about pizza maintenance and repair. Be vague in your order. When they repeat your order again with say it again, please, with a little more oomph this time. If using a touch tone, press 911 every 5 seconds throughout the order. After ordering, say, I wonder what this button does, and simulate a cutoff. Or just hang up. Wonder what this does. Click. Oops. And then call them back and ask if they still have your order. Um, State your order and say that as far as this is as far as the relationship is going. Boy, there's a lot of them this morning on this one. State your order and say that as far as this relationship is going to get. Ask if familiar with the term spanking a pizza. Make up a description to go with that term, and ask uh, if this is to be done to your pizza. Yeah, you spank it, and it puts you put the Parmesan on it, and then you spank it. I'm teasing. And then, yeah, tell them that's how you spank a pizza. Boy, that'll get them laughing. All right, say shit rather loudly in the phone. Ask if they felt that. I don't know. Detect the order taker's psychic aura and use it to your advantage. When listing toppings you want in your pizza, include another pizza. Learn how to play blues riff on the harmonica and stop taking at regular intervals to play it. Oh, heck, just playing the harmonica, even if you don't know how to play it, would irritate them. All right. If they ask if you would like, ask if they would like to sample your pizza. Suggest even a trade. Perfect celebrity voice. Stress that you won't take any crap from some two-bit, can't hack it, pimple face gopher. Oh, don't call them names. They'll spit on your pizza. Oh, now, yeah, don't insult the pizza guy. You don't know what they'll do to your pizza. And then you get it and you're wondering. Put them on hold. Teach the order taker's secret code. Use the code on all subsequent orders. Mumble. There's a bomb under your seat. And when they ask to repeat it, say, I said sauce smothered with meat. Yeah, I have. I think I got the story on that this morning, William, for the next show. Boy, this is taking up. I thought I'd be done by now. Make the first topping you order mushrooms. Make the last thing no mushrooms, and hang up before they have a chance to respond. Haggle. Order a 1-inch pizza. Order term life insurance on the pizza. When they say, will that be all? Snicker and say, we'll find out, won't we? Order with a speak and spell where applicable. There you go. Yeah, order with the speak and spell. Ask how many dolphins were killed to make that fish pizza. Don't they put like sardines on it or something like that? Anchovies. Yeah, anchovies. Isn't that what they put on it? Ask them if it, oh boy. Engage in some serious swapping. Have a movie with a good car scene playing loudly in the background. Yell, ow, when the bullet is fired. If he suggests a side order, ask why is she punishing you. Ask the pizza has had its shots. Order a steamed pizza. Get a taker's name and later call exactly 1 hour later and say this is your time of day to wake up. Call this is your wake up call, and hang up. Well, that's not that good. Offer to pay the pizza with a public flogging. There you go. All right, that is it. I didn't realize there was so many of them. So, geez, yeah, burp and blame it on the dog. That was a good one today. So, with that, everyone, please subscribe and hit the bell and the like button this morning over in Facebook. Hit follow and like. They were sure pretty good. I liked the pizza ones this morning. That was a good one. Grab yourself a piece of cold pizza. If not, order something for this afternoon from Domino's and mention the Noid, have the Noid deliver it or something. So, anyway, folks, we have the morning news coming up in a few minutes. So, come on back. And boy, we got a lot of military news. And boy, just a bunch going on right now in between China and Ukraine. Uh, so come on back in a few minutes and we will do the news and also share our show. Our morning weather show is pretty popular over in Facebook. And thank you, Mary. And we will see you all in the morning if you just watch the weather show. If not, we'll see you in a few minutes with the news. Have a great day. Bye bye, folks.